Hello, my friends. This is the Sun Woman, and this is a general reading for those of you with Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a check-in reading for the full moon in the sign of Libra, taking place on October 5th. So we know that full moons bring things to fruition. On the full moon, we have the opportunity to get the truth, to have revelations, to have something that is hidden, illuminated in our life. We have the opportunity to release something from our lives, and we want to take a look at what may be emerging as a result of all that. So this is a reading. I'm using the Syrian Starseed Tarot for a 3-card reading, and I'm going to pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck for my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If this reading resonates with you and you'd like a private reading, please contact me at the link below, and I have a special reading that I'm doing for the month of October, so take advantage of that. Alright, so this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the full moon in Libra. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the full moon in Libra. This is going to extend week to 10 days prior to and after the full moon. So let's take a look and see. Alright, Libra. Alright, Scorpio. What is going to be illuminated for you? Well, we have the Nine of Orbs here, which in this deck is representative of the Nine of Swords. So something's been really heavy on your mind, Scorpio. There may have been, for some reason, I'm feeling like some of my Scorpios are surrounded by people who don't necessarily have your best intentions in mind. So some of my Scorpios may have been feeling as though you're overwhelmed by a group of people. I'm not just getting one person. Concern, worry, stress, that is coming up here. But I feel for some of you it's going to be very specifically a group situation that's been a cause of difficulty. Now, this could be family, it could be work, it could be associations of some kind. Some of you may be finding out that a group of friends or associates that you have been involved with, maybe talking behind your back, gossiping. There's been, something's happened where you are feeling overwhelmed, perhaps by information that you've received of this situation, this vibe going on that you were not aware of. Many of you also, it may be a financial situation, because this full moon in Libra is going to be highlighting your 12th and your 6th houses. We're talking about possibly, again, the strong work situation. So co-workers, perhaps employers, people you've been working for. Some stress there. Maybe you have been given some responsibility that you're being expected to carry by yourself that just kind of goes above and beyond the call of duty, okay? That there's not enough time, or you are already overwhelmed with responsibilities in this situation, and now more is being piled on to you, okay? So the revelation here is that it may be a kind of aha moment that the people that I'm dealing with don't really care about me. They don't really care about my mental health, my situation, that I'm, spending long nights and working long hours here and not necessarily getting the compensation or the credit that I deserve. Also, we're talking about the potential that there may be information or messages that were hidden that are coming to light that may be a cause of stress for you around this full moon. So if that's the case, then I'm sorry to give you that information, but this is to prepare you, all right? And so honestly though, I don't feel like this is something that's going to come out of the blue. I feel that many of you, my Scorpio influenced people have very strong intuition. You have that, you can walk into a room and kind of gauge what's going on there. You're very empathetic. You are very intuitive. Many of you are very psychic. So it's very possible that on this full moon, on and around this full moon, you will finally get the confirmation of things that you possibly suspected. So things that may have been going on behind your back that you were not aware of. This could be covering any area. I feel that it's more group situation or work, but this could possibly be a love situation where there may have been a hidden relationship going on that you are becoming aware of. Okay. What are you going to be able to release? Well, interesting. You have two nines here, the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Cups. The feeling here with the Nine of Cups as something to release is that you may have been feeling very complacent. I'm just going to pull this up here so that you can see the cards better. There may have been a sense of complacency that you've had, Scorpio, where you have either been in a job for a long time or you've been in a relationship for a long time and you've gotten comfortable there. You may not have wanted to go outside, or end a relationship even though you had suspicions, or end a job even though things were very stressful for you, because you've gotten comfortable there. Maybe it's a situation where your needs have been met. You make a decent living there, or there's just fear of the unknown, fear of branching out of either a relationship or a work situation. But the Nine of Cups here is saying that you need to, at this point, reevaluate the situation and know that this sense of complacency is something that you're going to have to release. And you may have no choice because of the information that comes through to you during this full moon with the Nine of Swords. So interestingly enough, you have these two nines here, which is almost the end of a cycle. You're only missing one element in order to complete this cycle. So what is that one element? Well, let's take a look at what is emerging for you. All right, so you have the Five of Swords here. So the Five of Swords is the Five of Orbs. And this is, a weird card because what it tells me is that someone is juggling. All right, so if this is a relationship situation, you may have discovered that someone has been juggling you and another person, or juggling other relationships. This can also indicate, if it's work related, that you are tired of juggling all the things that you have had to, deal with, and it's, you're ready to end this cycle. You're ready to just lay down what you're juggling and move on and move past this. Also, the Five of Swords, the Five of Orbs here, traditionally the Five of Swords talks about defeat, and it can refer to having been treated unfairly, maybe betrayal. So it really goes along the same lines as the Nine of Swords here. So generally, my message here for you through these three cards is that you are going to finally get confirmation of something that you may have suspected, and that you're kind of going to have no choice but to step out of this comfort zone that you've been in whatever area this is that you are, that this may affect you, okay? And whatever this is, know that this is going to get you to the next step of completing the end of a phase in your life, where you're now ready to move on to the next phase of your development, of your evolution, of your spiritual development, of your professional or emotional life, okay? So whatever you see as a defeat here, Scorpio, know that this has all happened for a reason, and the reason is to show you what and who is true in your life, and what and who deserves you, and who doesn't, okay? Let's take a look at the Wisdom of the Oracle deck and pull one Oracle card for Scorpio to see what the final message is here. And, I'm just looking at this Nine of Cups card here. I'm going to show it to you because I didn't do that. the man on the card, he looks very satisfied. He looks very happy with whatever he has there. But he also looks like he's kind of out of it. He's kind of drunk, or he's under the influence, or he's overdone it. And the light is being shown on him. All right, the sun, the light is coming through him, coming through the top here to illuminate exactly, what's going on. So many of you, if you have been overindulging in some way, whether it's alcohol, whether it's relationship situation, you want to check that, and I feel that you're going to have a realization at this point. All right, during this full moon. All right, so your wisdom of the oracle message for Scorpio is wisdom of the oracle. Let's see. Building blocks. All right, excellent. So this card refers to building a new life. Whatever it is here that you're building is not yet complete. Okay, there are other parts that need to be added, but you have built a strong foundation in some way. And what I feel here is that this represents you. You are the initial building block. You can move on from here. You can move on past stress, past pain, past difficulty, on to something greater and better that is going to be a strong and stable foundation for you. All that you have learned, allow these things, the heartache, the good things, the learning experiences, the revelations, the tests or trials, allow these now to be the building blocks upon which you build your future, Scorpio. All right? That's your message. If you'd like a private reading with me, please contact me at the link in the information box below. Thank you so much, and as always, I wish you love, peace, and joy, and I bid you namaste.